Good evening, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Uh, I've been in a long journey of amazing excitement, wonder, magic,
Yes, yes, yes.
and synchronicity, and it's been amazing.
Yes.
And for a long time, I've felt that I'm trading myself on the precipice of something that's magical and amazing that's happening to myself, but also to human consciousness.
Well, it is.
And
You're all evolving into
Yes.
something more.
And right now, with the combination of what your oversoul has said of everything will change in 2016 in the fall, and a lot of things that are happening in my life, everything is synchronistically coinciding right now to be a massive shift,
Yes.
which I feel of epic proportion in the possibility, probability vortices.
Yes.
Uh, what can you tell me about my involvement in that?
Your involvement in that is whatever you wish it to be. What do you wish it to be?
Well, I wish it to be one of the people who is on the forefront of this expansion, and I know I'm already a part of it because I'm part of everything, but to be more active participant.
And in what way does your imagination tell you that you could be more expressive on the forefront?
By utilizing all the blessings and gifts that I've been given to be expressively uniquely myself and to
How?
give that to the world.
How?
By being fully myself, and the main thing,
How will you express it?
by putting myself out there on the internet to the global community in a way and getting over part of my hangups,
Which are?
humiliation and a deep-seated nature of being fully seen and not.
Why is
understood,
that humiliating?
It's not. It's just I've made it that way through a
I
belief
know
structure.
it's not empirically, but why have you made it that way is the question.
I made it that way because I have a sense inside me that if I
Yes.
expose myself fully, that it will.
You're using the word expose.
Yeah.
You mean if you simply be yourself fully and let people see who you are? Is that what you mean?
Partly that, be myself fully, but also just
Yes.
fully go for it without inhibition and fear.
And the reason you hold yourself back is, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid will happen?
The biggest fear was that I will be isolated to myself because of people understanding what it is.
How is that possible?
It's not theoretically and intellectually, but I have.
Do you understand you're making that difference?
Yes.
Theoretically, intellectually. You're creating the divisions. You're creating the barriers there with your definition. Mm-hmm. If you have a gift to give, if it is truly that you are giving the gift of you, there must be someone willing to receive it, or you wouldn't be excited about giving it. As we say, there are no one-sided coins. If you have the head, the tail has to exist, or there is no coin. So if you have one side of it, someone else must be willing to receive what you have to give, and vice versa. So by not being yourself, you are making them wait and depriving them of the gift you have to give. Why would you do that to them? Who cares about the ones that don't need your gift? They're not who's looking for you anyway. They're not who you are looking for. But the ones that are looking for what you have to give are not finding you because you're not willing to be yourself because you're afraid to be. It's not doing them any good. Why are you doing that to them? What do you think about that?
I think I want to think less and go more from the heart. So how I feel about that is,
Yes.
I need to fully open up the heart and let it be and connect and have that experience and fully.
All right. And what happens, happens, and you will learn from it.
Definitely, yes.
And that way, you will also allow other people to see in you an example of how they could also perhaps choose to be themselves. Yes?
Yes, exactly.
So then that's how you help.
Yeah, that's my main thing I've been following. So I need to just keep going that track.
Of course. But in going on that track, the idea is to let go of your fear-based beliefs about what you think it needs to look like or what you think needs to happen.
Definitely.
Let it happen. Let it show you what needs to happen through the automatic organizing principle of synchronicity, that goes hand in hand with following your excitement. These things are interlinked. It's all part of the same mechanism. When you act on your excitement to the best of your ability, with no insistence on a particular outcome, you activate the driving engine that moves you through life, the organizing principle that shows you in what order you really need to do things and what opportunities need to be acted on at that particular moment. It becomes the path of least resistance. It becomes the interconnecting path to all other expressions of your excitement. It becomes the idea of a mirror that reflects to you anything within you that is out of alignment with your excitement, so you can bring it back into alignment by letting the fear-based beliefs go that are connected to it. And it leaves absolutely nothing out, and it supports you in any way, shape, or form you need to be supported to continue to allow you to act on your excitement in that way. It's a self-perpetuating, self-guiding kit and system. It works, it works, it works all the time. It's working for you right now, but you're using the tools in ways that are not necessarily the ways you prefer to use them. So use them in the way that you prefer to. It will work just as well for you in the way that you prefer to use them, as well as it's working in the way that you don't.
Mm-hmm. Definitely,
Yes?
that's what got me here.
Yes. So, does that help?
Definitely.
All right. And?
Along those lines, also, I've had a deep, long connection and understanding of my connection to being a wanderer or a starseed, or
Yes.
connections to the Orions, the Pleiadians, the
Sirius, yada, 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 yes.
Arcturians, the Sasani, yourself, and
all of that.
All these
which
resonating
is part and
frequencies.
parcel of what's going on in your world and the energies that most of you are connecting to in order to bring them down to earth in the way that works best for your expression.
Yes.
So
the main question is, I've been gathering and finding more people who associate with this kind of energy and this resonate with this.
Well, then you're not really isolated at all, are you?
Not at all.
So why did you say you were afraid that you would be?
I wasn't necessarily afraid.
Are you fibbing to us?
No.
Well,
it's easier to find people on a physical plane in front of me versus I've made the definition that the world is going out all the way to the world is different than on a physical.
If you say it's easier, then I guess it's easier for you that way. But that's not a fact. It's just a belief.
Yes. So at this time, I've made that decision, but that doesn't have to currently be the state. I can make it whatever I want to make it.
Yes. Whatever you really need it to be. Whatever is true for you is what you can allow it to be. Not make it, allow it to be.
Yeah, just to be.
Yes. Does that help?
Definitely.
Well, thank you.
Nope. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Good day, Bashar.
And a you good day.
Oh, it's kind of a surprise.
Surprise.
Good surprise. The thought that comes to my mind is, I've had difficulty with excitement. Sometimes I feel.
Well, how exciting.
Yes, because I want to use it to know when.
You do remember that when we talk about excitement, we don't mean you need to be jumping up and down with your hair on fire.
Yes, I do. I understand.
Excitement
that.
can be a sense of balanced peace as well.
Well, I'm going to use the example of a property that I'm looking to rent.
Oh, all right.
I felt I have been trying for about a month to find a new place to live, and I found a place that's many parts of it are beautiful and work for me, but then
Yes.
it was so easy. All of a sudden, I just felt this big letdown, and I'm not sure.
It was a letdown to have attracted what you preferred?
Well, it's not perfect, but It could be.
Is it the best that you can find at the moment?
Yes.
Well,
So I'm confused why I'm not feeling excited about it.
because you are expecting it to be perfect, when in fact it may be the perfect interim stage you need.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
And again, if something else needs to happen, moving forward to the best of your ability on what you have discovered, if nothing else appears obvious, will actually accelerate your ability to attract something else that may actually be more representative. Not that it has to happen that way, because maybe you need to be in this particular place and process what you need to process for now. But all we're saying is, by moving forward with what you can do, what you can act on, that at least is as representative as it can be of your highest excitement, by acting on it, you will then set things in motion to bring you whatever else could be coming to you that might be more representative.
Okay.
Because it's all connected. Remember, we said that one of the tools is that it's connected to all other expressions of your excitement. But you need to go through the process that you're presented with if that's the only thing that is obvious.
Okay.
As an expression of your excitement.
Okay. So I have a tendency to...
You have a what?
Choice.
Thank you.
I choose
Thank you.
to stay trying to make something happen when it's not happening easily.
And so you're not tired enough of doing that yet?
I am tired.
Well, then why do you do it?
I'm not sure.
Sure you are.
There must be some belief
Yes, of course.
that maybe
You think that you can
can't
hammer
find-
something into shape instead of just allowing it to come in the form that it needs to? This is
That
what you are
sounds
to some degree
probable.
experiencing with the property rental. The idea is you think you need to push and make something into the perfect shape that may not actually be needed in that way, that it may actually be what it needs to be in the shape that it is. And then you can move on to something else that is the more reflective shape, rather than attempting to convert something into a shape it was never designed to be. Because you're not using it for what it is, thinking that you have to make it something that it's not.
Okay.
You follow me?
Okay. But there's some level of improvements that I want to make, like to the property.
I'm not saying you can't.
Okay.
And therefore that may also be part and parcel of you really designing what it is that's more representative, without again falling into the idea that your vision has to be exactly the way it must appear in order to be ideal. Because your physical mind has no idea what the ideal outcome actually needs to be.
Okay.
If you insist on a particular vision being the ideal outcome, that may actually be limiting you from an outcome that could be many times greater than you imagined.
Okay.
When you understand that your particular vision is just a symbol that represents the energy state of an ideal outcome, but not necessarily the image of the ideal outcome, because it's the best that the physical mind can come up with, then you will understand to let it go when you're in the proper state that can attract the ideal outcome, because you will begin to truly understand that the vision you have may actually be limiting what could come to you, instead of holding it as the ideal outcome, which it may not be.
Okay.
So once you understand that it might be actually acting as a limitation, you'll start dropping it. You won't need it to be a certain way anymore.
So the ideal outcome is a limitation on...
What you think is the ideal outcome is often a limitation.
So what I visualize for could be limiting...
Yes.
Okay.
It's just a symbol to get you into the proper state to attract the ideal outcome, because you get excited about the vision. But when you get attached to the vision, you're actually attaching to a limitation, because you don't know that your physical mind was actually capable of imagining what is truly the ideal outcome. But the higher mind can, because it can see farther than you. It can see
Okay.
bigger than you. And it can
Okay.
give you something much grander than your physical mind was capable of imagining, because the physical mind only has so many props that it can work with in physical reality.
So is another way to look at things, because sometimes I'm constantly going, am I excited about this? Am I excited about this? And then all of a sudden I'm not excited. But if
Because you spend too much time wondering if you're excited about it instead of just acting on the excitement that's there.
I've made a lot of mistakes and I'm afraid
That's
of making
great.
more mistakes.
That's great. You've already heard us talk about the idea of how to use the concept and redefine the concept of mistakes.
Yes.
You can learn from anything. So what? If it's always something you can learn something positive from, who cares how many you make? As long as you learn.
Right.
Yes?
Yes.
Are you saying you have no capacity to learn?
No.
Then why would you
Absolutely.
be afraid of making what is a so-called mistake, which is just discovering something that you don't prefer, which helps you define more clearly what you do prefer?
Well, I think maybe I need to do more course corrections quicker because I stay trying to make the mistake work.
Yes. Just course correct.
Okay. Okay.
Does that help?
Yes, it does. I have another question relating to medical, but I'm not asking for a medical reading.
That's good because we won't give you one.
Yes, I know. So I have this condition where I get like a restriction or a cramping, and I can take supplements to make that go away. And if I continually take the supplements all the time, then
do me a favor.
What?
Tighten your fists right now.
Mm-hmm.
Tighten them as tight as you possibly can. Keep tightening them.
Okay.
More.
Okay.
Keep tightening them. Tighten more. Come on, you can do it.
Hurts.
Tighten them more. Does it?
Yes.
You want to let go?
Okay.
Let go.
So that's
Yes.
okay.
That's the energy equivalent of what you're doing.
Okay. So figuring out what the triggers are and letting those go, that's the
Yes.
healing process. Okay, great. I have one last question about this idea of batteries. Recently came to me
Yes.
the flow battery, and people are experimenting with those batteries.
Yes.
And
Is that something that excites you?
yes, it does.
Are you going to experiment with it?
I kind of feel like a little out of my league with.
Can you learn?
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And a you good day.
Thank you so much for always information. It helps me a lot.
All right. Thank you for making the information your own so that you can help yourself.
Okay. I have a question. Do you know about tachyon energy?
Yes,
in the
we
universe?
understand. Many of the people on your planet that think they're using tachyon energy are not really doing it in a way that makes much difference. The technology to tap into the idea of tachyon energy is quite different than what many people on your planet are doing. Now, it doesn't mean you can't access tachyon energy yourself. So what they're really doing is simply creating a permission slip that allows you personally on a biological level to open up to using tachyon energy more efficiently. But the devices themselves are not really a technology that takes advantage of processing tachyon energy. They're permission slips that gives you more permission to use the tachyon energy yourself.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
And I saw the picture. It calls light mandala, and that's a machine using crystal and light.
Yes.
And put some patterns on the skin.
Again, this is another permission slip.
Right.
You understand this concept, yes?
Yes, I understand that.
So use whatever permission slip you believe works for
Okay.
you.
Thank you so
It's
much.
as simple as that.
Right. Okay. And yesterday,
Yes.
one of my best friend
Yes.
passed away.
Oh, all right.
Right after that,
Yes.
I felt like he chose to leave this earth, and then he's still enjoying his journey, even though he passed away.
Well, of course he is enjoying his journey.
Right.
And the timing of these things is usually because then it turns your attention toward the spirit world to pull you along up the ladder to increase your vibration, because you wish to reach out to that person. So it expands your senses, and you can learn to still communicate with them. Just because they're in spirit doesn't mean they're not still part of your life. It doesn't mean you can't learn to communicate with them. So now your attention is turned toward the idea of the spirit realm, and you can allow yourself to let that energy into your system so that you can become more sensitive to communications from your friend and from the spirit level.
Okay.
This is often why people will die at certain times, to bring your attention forward into the spirit world, because it helps you. It helps you on your journey.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Okay. And then
Yes?
I am dancer.
Yes?
I've been working many years as a dancer.
Is this your excitement? Or at
Yes.
least one expression of it? Yes? This is one expression of your excitement?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. And I'm following my passion.
Yes. And so?
And so many synchronicity happens.
Yes, of course. That's what happens when you follow your passion.
Yes.
Synchronicity increases.
Yes. And
Yes.
I just want to share my experience. Like
Yes.
before, I couldn't imagine I can eat and live and,
Yes.
being dancing, being
But
artist.
now
and
you
doing-
can.
Yes.
Yes. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Thank you so much. It is important to understand that being yourself works. The most difficult thing you can possibly do in your life is try to be someone you're not. So stop resisting who you are. Let life work. Allow it to work. Isn't that right, Nania?
How did you know?
What do you mean, how did I know? I know because I let life work.
Oh, that's a little spooky.
Oh, spooky Bashar. All right. Well, it is approaching your Halloween. So time to be a little bit spooky.
Well,
Ooh,
I have to admit, sometimes I'm haunted by you.
aliens. Oh, wait. Alien ghosts. Even spookier.
You're so funny.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Funny alien ghosts. All right, not so spooky.
Yeah, spooky funny.
Oh, all right. More spoofy.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So we have some Ustream questions.
Yes.
How do I stay calm during a contact experience? Yikes.
When you are in the proper state, calmness will be automatic. It'll be part of the experience because you will be ready, truly ready. So it's built in.
So how about all the people that get like freaked out and they run away?
They're not ready.
Oh, I see. So there's nothing you can do to stay calm? I mean...
Yes, be in the proper state. And you already all know how to get into the proper state.
Go to Arizona?
Like father, like daughter. Now who's being spoofy? And by the way,
Yes.
yes. That's one of the states because that's the state our ship is above.
That's right. In fact, somebody wanted to know how many miles above are you these days?
853. You want me to go back up?
Well, that's a good sign, isn't it?
If you say so.
Yes, it's a good sign.
Thank you.
Let's just see what else we have here. Do your people breathe in the same way that we do?
Sort of. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Although we take in more oxygen and accelerate the energy in the oxygen in a very different way than you do. It creates a much stronger electromagnetic field around our bodies. And the electromagnetic field is partly how we breathe. You too, but you don't know that yet.
Would your physiology seem really alien to us?
It would seem a bit unusual. Because remember, we do not eat, we do not sleep. Therefore, we don't really have the same internal configurations anymore that we used to. Therefore, we are evolving, as we say, into quasi-physical beings who don't necessarily express many of the same physiological functions and therefore have no need to experience the idea of the way you experience your bodies. We used to, but no longer.
But some of the others, like the Yael, their bodies would be more physiologically similar to ours? Or
Some of them, not all of them.
the hybrids?
The hybrid children certainly will be more similar to you.
Okay.
Hence their ability to live among you more easily.
Someone else wanted to know, do the hybrid children cry?
Some have been known to.
So unlike your species, they actually can feel sadness.
Yes.
And
Yes,
so
yes, yes.
does that mean like all their markers aren't turned on then?
In a sense, but you must understand they have slightly different markers. They are still a different species. And they process things in a slightly different way. And the reasons they may cry are not necessarily aligned with all the same reasons in which you may cry.
That's right, because when your children never cry, right?
No.
But the physiological release
Yes.
is a positive behavior, wouldn't you say? Or
Within
is
the
it
hybrid children, yes, but it's unnecessary
for
within
yours?
ours.
Okay, so for them, like we also cry when we laugh really hard too.
Yes.
So it's very potent part of our physiological
Yes,
change.
but we experience it differently. Again, it has to do with vibrations in our electromagnetic field.
Yeah, I mean, but as far as like the hybrid children.
Well, a little bit, yes, but they're
Okay.
more like you.
So,
They will still have expressions you will recognize as human emotions to some degree.
oh, well, they seem more muted than ours or more
Depends.
neutral.
It depends. It depends.
Okay.
It depends.
Okay.
It depends.
All right, well, we'll just keep on moving along here.
Yes.
How many civilizations live in our universe and
in the
our
universe?
I just read the questions.
We are aware. We are aware. Now, this doesn't mean we've met them all. We are aware through communications of approximately 65 million civilizations. Now, this encompasses many different galaxies and many different communications with many different species who themselves may or may not have met some of these other civilizations. So that is what we are aware of at this moment. Of course, there are obviously many, 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 many more.
Yeah, it's kind of like the ocean. It's just filled with life, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is. And of course, it also depends on what you mean by a civilization, because there are many interpretations of that idea. But we have given you a number that is at least representative of something that is close to what you would also somewhat recognize as a civilization of sorts. So that number represents something that you would be somewhat familiar with or capable of recognizing as such. There are many, many quote-unquote civilizations you wouldn't even recognize as civilizations.
It's quite a universe.
And it's not the only universe. There is a
Right,
multiverse.
there's a multiverse, yeah. Like, there's a lot of
So,
stuff.
the true answer, in a sense, therefore, would be actually there are an infinite number
Right.
of civilizations. But that wouldn't necessarily give you a practical understanding of what might be local, so to speak.
So another person wanted to know, will you and your team be part of the first contact crew to come?
No. The Sasani people will be the third hybrid civilization you will meet, not the first. The Yael are the first hybrid civilization, which doesn't mean they're the first civilization, just the first hybrid civilization to make open contact with you, but we will be the third.
And then on another topic, someone asked, is the chance of a female president still 88%?
Give or take. Yes, give or take.
Okay. And probably lastly,
Yes.
where does writer's block come from, and how can a person overcome it?
Writer's block comes from inflexibility with what's happening and assumption and expectation of what needs to happen instead of exploring why the writer's block is there. Because it isn't really a block, it's an arrow pointing in an unexpected direction. And if nothing else, if you experience what you call writer's block, write about the writer's block and then you won't be blocked.
That's very clever.
We have been known to be so from time to time.
Yes,
Is it time for your break and your holotope?
well, could someone tell me what time it is right now? Oh, so actually, we have about 20 minutes left. If
no,
you're up
you have
for
about
it.
15.
Okay, so how many names would you like me to pull?
You may pull one at the moment.
All right. Maria Turnout. Yes.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Thank you.
Making sure you're all awake. Good morning.
A couple of years ago now, it was an extraordinary night. It was just so beautiful. I was enjoying myself immensely. I'm driving over the hill down into the valley here in California, top down, and I look up. and
Your
there's
top was down?
My top, my convertible.
You said you were enjoying yourself immensely.
My convertible.
Oh, all right.
And I look up.
You have a
and-
convertible top. What does it change into?
A convertible car.
Oh, all right.
Yes. I look up,
Yes.
and there's two massive globes in the sky. And I'm saying to my friend that was sitting beside me, look, look, look. And nobody seemed to see it. And I'm looking up, and they're zipping up and down and around. And,
Yes.
and then as I'm saying, look, shoom, they shoot straight up and disappear.
Yes.
And about
This is quite common.
And but that week I became very almost ill, and I very seldom become
Yes.
ill.
Because you were processing higher level energies and weren't used to that yet. You had to stretch to accommodate them and get used to that frequency. There was some resistance just because of the way that you're used to thinking of these things. You just had to let go of the old paradigm, that's all. It helped stretch you out.
Okay. And in helping me stretch out, how did that change me?
It opened up new paths for you to expand your senses and act more in alignment with your true frequency.
Okay.
And so, what are you doing with that experience?
A whole lot more research.
Into?
Higher dimensions, I guess.
All right.
Becoming
so,
more.
Is that fun?
Oh, it's tons of fun.
All right. So it inspired you,
Yes,
yes,
very much.
to go more deeply into that subject, yes?
Yes.
Well, that's exactly what happened for the channel. So look where you could wind up.
So you
Maybe,
say-
maybe not.
Because energy runs both ways.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes. It's hyperconductive, not just superconductive. Goes in a multitude of directions simultaneously.
Okay. So when I see them again,
If you do,
I did a couple of
Yes.
weeks later.
when you saw them again.
When I saw them again,
Yes.
I was lying under a tree looking up
Oh,
at
what
a meditation
lies
retreat.
were you telling?
I was enjoying myself, lying in the grass underneath a
There
tree.
she goes enjoying herself immensely.
I do. And I look up, and the two of them zipped across the sky again.
Yes.
And it was, I had just been meditating.
Yes. So?
So is that confirmation?
Well, again, the idea is that you allowed your frequency to allow your senses to perceive what to most people are invisible, because you're expanding your senses. If that's the experience you had, that's what it represents.
So just keep doing what I'm doing.
Just keep acting on your highest excitement and your senses will keep expanding appropriately.
And
Yes.
related to that, maybe,
Yes.
maybe not.
Yes, yes, yes.
When I take pictures with different cameras,
Yes.
this small green kind of orb,
Sometimes your technology can pick up on interdimensional kinds of other energies.
so
It can be representative of a spirit, it can be representative of a probe, it can be representative of simply natural energy formations and phenomenology. It can be representative of many different things. You would have to take it on a case-by-case basis.
okay,
Does that help?
it does.
Anything else?
Probably, but I just can't think right now.
All right.
Of
Well,
one.
then please be off and enjoy your globes immensely.
Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you.
Can I draw another name?
One.
Aga la Magica? Come on now.
I'll say good day to you this day of your time. How are you all? All right. In my ancient language, Atu Inanika. Good day, ancestors. We will begin this portion of the interaction with a little bit of a follow-up to what has already been said briefly, with the idea of the different games as analogies for the different levels of consciousness in your reality. Now, many of you may not play the game of chess, and as we said, that's fine. But the idea is that whatever game you choose to play, whatever you are most attracted to, understand that the symbolic analogy of the particular game you are attracted to in many ways is going to be representative of how you view life, your relationship to life, your relationship to others. So while you take whatever time you wish to take to think about that and let that sink in so that you can use the game you're most attracted to as an analogy for your life and allow that analogy, allow that game and the rules of that game to help clarify many of the things going on about your particular approach to life. Looking at it that way may provide some illumination for you about certain things, certain ways you go about things in life that can aid and assist you in playing that game of life. At the same time, we do encourage you to also stretch a little bit by at least making an attempt to play a different kind of game now and then, and see what other new portions of yourself you may have been aware of or unaware of may come up for you from a different perspective by playing a different game. Seeing even the things you are familiar with from a slightly different point of view, and discovering things you were unaware of by playing the new game with different pieces than you may be familiar with. Using this analogy and actually playing these games physically, as we have already suggested, may allow you to really connect much more strongly, to really bond vibrationally with different aspects of yourself that, again, you may be somewhat familiar with, but may not necessarily be getting a complete picture of, a whole picture of. And this meditational technique, this analogous technique, can serve you to give you a broader perspective of the way you approach life, the way you go about things, the way you think, the way you behave, what you believe, how you feel. So use these analogies, use these techniques as a permission slip to give yourself permission to be more of who you are in whatever way, shape, or form seems most attractive to you. Now, letting this sink in, we will once again ask, in what way may we be of service to you with the questions and answers, or if you wish, in our ancient language, atu iliadashta, what reflections may we provide? You may begin with your questions if you wish.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day. Speak up and be bold so that all may hear what you have to share.
I had two questions.
Yes.
The first one would be if you could explain the concept of maturity.
Maturity. All right. And the second?
Is there such thing as soulmates?
Let us begin with the second. Is there such a thing as soulmates? Yes and no. No, in the sense that it isn't always what you think it is, in the way that many of you define that idea, and yes, in that sometimes it is, but it is also many other things. In other words, it is, in some circumstances, true that different individuals have created for themselves a particular vibrational match in the idea of another soul. Sometimes that is actually even a split off of the same oversoul. Doesn't always have to be, but it can be. But the idea of a soulmate in that context is still, vibrationally speaking, that soul that will, for whatever time period, best reflect to the other person in the relationship whatever it is that person needs to know about themselves to become the fullest representation of their being that they possibly can. And that person reflects the same back to the other. Thus, in that context, while it may be possible to set up very specific interactions and relationships in life that are representative of what you classically call a soulmate energy, you can also understand that from the definition we have given you, anyone that you interact with at any given moment is a type of soulmate, because they're the person that needs to be in your life at that moment. They're the person standing in front of you at that moment, reflecting to you at that moment the things you need to know at that moment to be your fullest self, if you use it that way. So in a sense, a soulmate can even be someone that you may call, quote unquote, an enemy. Because they may be putting you in a position of having to look at certain things within yourself, face certain things, examine certain things within yourself that actually ultimately serves you in the best possible positive way. It's up to you to use every relationship in a soulmate fashion in order to extract from it all of the energy and information that will actually truly serve you to become your fullest self, and simultaneously reflect back to the other all the things that will allow them also, all the opportunities that will allow them also to choose to be their fullest self. And when you use relationships for that purpose, in that way, as reflections to allow, to support all others in the relationship, to give them the best possible example and the best possible opportunity to become their fullest self without condition of what that may mean, then you are functioning in that relationship, to answer your first question, in the most mature way possible. Does that answer both questions for you? Maturity is the ability to truly see, to truly serve, to truly know what is going on for the best of all concerned, and to trust and allow the synchronicity in your life to unfold in a way that you know is actually serving everyone best, including you. So that there are no need for the idea of desperation. There are no needs for the idea of neediness. There are no needs for the idea of imposing your ideas on someone else or trying to control anyone, because you know you're already self-empowered, and you already know that the greatest power requires the gentlest touch. And thus then, when you force something on someone in any way, shape, or form, you're actually saying you don't believe in the power of what you say you believe in. So the idea of maturity is to have a broader perspective and an understanding of the nature and structure of existence and your relationship to it and within it and to each other, knowing you are all connected and all reflections like mirrors for each other, to allow each of you to become who you are as fully as you possibly can. And that will create a world of mature adults. Does that make some sense to you?
Yes, definitely.
Does that help?
Yes.
Why, thank you.
Thank you.
Greetings, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I wanted to ask you about the use of magnesium stearate as a filler in nutraceuticals and what the general and specific pros and cons are of that.
In that context, do you believe it is the most organic and natural thing that you can use?
No.
Well, there's your answer then, isn't it?
Okay, excellent. Simple.
Now, this does not mean that other things cannot sometimes be representative of different people's belief systems, for different things will work for different people in different ways based on what they believe to be true and what they believe will work. Nevertheless, there is a general idea based on what we talked about earlier about the general collective level of the game, the general rules of the game, that all the things you truly actually need for support have already been provided for you automatically on the game board by the Earth itself. And when you have a fuller understanding of what all those things are, you will realize that you don't necessarily need in every circumstance to create something artificial. The idea of extending yourself in that way can be a natural extension, but the idea is also for the purpose of refining your belief systems to the point, ultimately, where you know that it will take very little of what is already provided for you in a natural way to suffice to support you in all the ways that you need to be supported in your life. Does that clarify the idea?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Is there anything else you wish to discuss?
Yes, if you could expand and clarify on the understanding of the activation of mitochondrial DNA and how it connects to the 6th generation of hybrid children.
The mitochondrial DNA is in some ways paramount to the idea of the continuation of your race, the hybrid race, in a way, because ultimately your world will become what we have termed the 6th hybrid race. And the mitochondrial DNA is of paramount importance in making sure that there will be sufficient compatibility in your DNA structures into what you call the future for the transformations that need to take place in your species to take place to allow you to become what might be termed hyperhuman. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I want to say how much I love and appreciate you.
Oh, well, thank you. Our unconditional love to you as well. May we ask you a question?
Thank you. Yes.
What game are you most strongly attracted to?
Pinochle.
Oh.
Cards.
Yes. Why?
Because I've spent years playing with my mother.
Oh, all right. So it has that association for you?
Yes.
All right. Any other reason why that particular form of game?
It's one of the few I play.
What does it allow you to express that you feel you could not express otherwise? All of you, of course, can apply these questions to yourselves, whether we ask you this question directly or not. You can be examining this as this conversation unfolds. What are the things that allow you to express that you feel other games would not?
I can't answer that, but what it does express...
Oh, yes, you can.
I'm sorry. I have fun with my mother, and it's a communication for us.
Communication.
Yes.
So it allows you to be clearer in your communications, more expressive in your communications, yes?
Yes.
All right. Do you have an analogy for how to use that ability in the game more in your life? Does it allow you to apply that ability from the game to your life?
Not as I can see it right now.
Do you believe that you can begin to utilize that analogy in your life more by allowing yourself to believe you are, in every circumstance in your life, playing pinochle with your mother? Yes,
Could
no,
you say,
maybe?
Maybe. Say more about that.
Are you willing to give it a shot, as you say?
Absolutely.
All right. The whole idea we are saying here is that when you understand what game you are most attracted to play, allow yourself to understand that in every interaction in your life, you are playing that game. So look at what the game does for you when you're playing the game in the way that is most fun and most expanding, and understand that if you thus then interact in all circumstances in your life from the same energy, from the same perspective, from the same ability, you will achieve much of the same excitement, much of the same expansion, much of the same clarity, much of the same ability in all other areas of your life if you see your life as one big giant version of the game you're most attracted to. Make sense?
Yes, thank you.
So everyone is your mother. And you are playing pinochle with every one of them, every version of your mother. You understand?
Yes.
Now, does that help you a little bit?
Yes, it does.
All right. What did you wish to discuss?
Actually, the question I had kind of went away because as you were talking about the game of pinochle, I realized that my mother does play strategically,
Yes.
and I just play to play. So
All
I'm
right.
looking at the overarching kind of how
May
I
I
live.
ask you a question?
Yes.
Is playing just to play also a strategy?
Yes.
All right. Then you play strategically too.
Okay, thank you.
You understand?
Yes.
This is how to look at the game from different perspectives.
Yes.
Yes?
Thank you.
Does that help you?
Yes.
All right. Anything else?
No, I think I'm clear.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Bashar.
Please understand that when we say playing strategically, we do not mean in any way, shape, or form to imply that you are being deceptive in a negative way. It is simply the idea of understanding the true relationship in the things that you have relationships with and maximizing the potential of the relationship in all directions for all people involved. That is playing strategically.